on this bounty this game. Because versus Bane, you don't really want to be playing near the Bane as the bounty hunter. You want to be forcing reactions and movements from the Earth Spirit. Keeping tabs on where that is.
That's the Ghost Stick. Is hanging around here. We'll see if he can maybe have a bit of a look in onto the rune, but it's going to be hard with Ace having the backup of Yapzor for this bounty rune control. In fact, Secret have managed to invade Empire's half of the jungle here, so they will be able to claim themselves 3.
And Puppy's actually going to just take the wave so that his Abaddon can actually get something bottom. I do like this play. We saw Fabi do the exact pretty much.
I was going to say, yeah, this seems to be a thing that we're seeing people do, rather than, as you say, the off-laner sort of throwing his life down here to get the full pull round. Have their supports make this sort of selfless move and just not sacrifice sort of the health of their off-lane core.
Mm-hmm. So Fada, like Will was saying, Fada's just going to try to be like that nuisance bottom lane. Should be able to get something down here because of that pull. But Empire, they're going to try to meet it and do their best to deal with it. Puppy looking for some courier snipes. Not going to happen just yet. And mid, FN should have a very good time versus this Kunkka in the mid lane. But we're not used to seeing too much of that Kunkka core, so we're going to see what he can do.
No. And as I said, we've seen mid 1 in the past. He knows what he's doing on this hero.
Yeah.
It definitely seems to be a bit of a special trick that he likes to whip out now and then.
Yep. Pressure coming out onto FN. Torrent connects. Puppy's there as well, trading some hits.
Mid lane, now going to go in.
A lot of damage.
He's popped the Fairy Fire, Siphon as well, helping keeping him alive, and he'll be fine.
Now Yoku,
he's now the one in trouble. And in fact, a couple more right clicks, that'll be it. First blood for mid 1, as he gets the backup of Puppy. FN's still playing around. Has to be a little careful, as he's low on health. He's got the salve out though, so will top himself right up.
Crazy amount of damage between the two of them. In mid 1, since the creeps got under his tower, he was able to push the wave out too with that Tidebringer bit, so he had creep advantage there. So as soon as the Earth Spirit rolls in, lots of creeps hitting him. And top lane, Yapzor will be starting up there, just making sure Ghost Stick doesn't have a fun time.
Just getting right clicks out of the lane there once the Maledict's on him.
Let's see if Puppy can get this courier snipe. They are just sitting the courier actually at base for now. It's
they've
got the salve. They can't let that happen.
Absolutely, you just can't. When there's a bounty in the game. But we say that, but we see so many times pro teams sort of forgetting about the bounty. So bottom lane, Fada will be gone on. He's got the Aphotic Shield, but that is not going to be enough to keep him alive. Miposhka and Nyx fight through it and get Empire a kill onto the board.
Power of the gyro. As soon as you hit 2, most offlaners are at threat of dying.
Even someone like an Abaddon, who's normally pretty resilient against that sort of damage.
Look at mid 1 going that mid lane. 13 and 5 to the 6 and 2 Death Prophet already. Having an excellent time. Tons of tangos too. They gave him extra regen. He's brought a couple extras too, and almost with those phase boots, he's gonna have a good time.
I think it's just one of those heroes that, if you know what you're doing in the mid lane, because of just fundamentally how the hero works with those early skill points. It's hard. Even if you're a strong laner like a Death Prophet, mid 1 could play around that on the Kunkka. Especially with Puppy having a look in on mid.
If you're very good at toggling that Tidebringer, you can get so many denies. And that's exactly what he's been doing.
Yeah. He's keeping it on, keeping the lane very hard for FN to play in. FN does have, of course, Yoku behind him. He's going to need some help, because they've made the opening. They get FN dragged back, and in fact, that Torrent will seal the deal. FN will fall. Not a lot that Yoku can do as he rolls in, as there is no helping that Death Prophet. FN really starting to fall behind in this mid matchup now.
Yeah, Puppy with the perfect positioning there both times around, helping out mid 1 to get those kills. Bottom.
He does have the shield. See how much of a chase to go. In fact, Fada's going to turn towards Nyx. The Miposhka has to put the Nightmare down onto the Abaddon, make sure that gyro does not get run down.
Yeah, Yapzor's already feels like he's done his job top. They know they've shut down the Omni Knight quite heavily, and Ace is going to be going for that Dominator build on that Lone Druid, as we've been seeing more and more.
And we're going to see this, be sort of responded to by Empire. They're sending Yoku down here as well. So there will be the 2 supports ready to fight against Fada and Yapzor. But at the same time, Secret, they mirror the movements themselves. Puppy's going to come down here, so we've now got a full 3v3 down in this bottom lane. You'll see who's going to kick it off first. The pings are out. Puppy just making sure they know where Miposhka is. They're leading in. Puppy's getting some good vision here on the 2 of them. They might try and lead in onto the Bane. Miposhka comes back in. Quick bottle smash onto Yapzor will allow Yoku to grab the rune. But the life of Miposhka in trouble. He's near the neutrals, but they won't be able to finish him off, as Secret do get the kill.
Very nice rotation coming out from them. Just, as soon as Lone Druid's got a free lane, that's what we were talking about, is these supports have the freedom to move around the map.
And he has more than a free lane. 24 to 14 against the 10 for 2 of Ghost Stick. Ace is, I don't think he's missing a single one.
I don't think so. Not just yet.
So early days, but Secret starting to get that early farm advantage with these lanes. And so far, Empire Yeah, to really be able to shake them up. They're going to try down bottom, going in on Fada, but Fada and Yapsor, they turn. They look towards Yoku, who's got the Maledict on him. The right click's bringing him low. We'll be fine. Nyx trying to return fire as he looks towards Fada.
Look at them
Shield
just
is up.
turning around. No fear coming out from Secret.
Yoku just barely surviving that as he retreats back to base. So far, it seems like in these first 5 minutes, Yoku's really struggling to find a lane where he can have an impact.
There is, yeah, I mean, we have been seeing the decline a bit of that Earth Spirit because of that lane pressure. You can't actually do what you used to do because the main thing as that Earth Spirit now, which we've been seeing, is you try to help that mid laner, but a lot of times you roll into tower.
Yeah. And that's your mid laner. The mid laner, of course, being a Kunkka. Yeah, strength hero, pretty tanky. And you roll in, there's always the chance of a torrent turnaround with the slow time for people to TP in. But at bottom lane, as we've seen, that's a hard lane with the Korra Baden, and top, there's a lone druid. Sure, he's on his own, but good luck trying to get to the hero himself with the way that Ace is playing.
Yep.
Very hard heroes for Empire supports to gank.
Mid one has had a 2-level advantage over the Death Prophet at one point. Look at this. FN just keeps getting hit by Tidebringer, forced to bring salves constantly.
I see either the second or the third. I'm going to look towards him. They do have Yoku here. Mid one's level 6. It's just not a kill you're getting. Even if that slow hits, I doubt that it's going to happen, especially with the boat.
He can just turn. Yeah, he can just turn in boat, and then the rotations can come out from the rest of the Secret supports. Very scary for Empire in this middle lane. However, now, mid one, he gets the boat off defensively.
I mean, that's the thing. As soon as the boat's up, you know, it's pretty much a kill you just can't take. He's up to the high ground. He's out of there. Puppy's actually coming in. He's having a look. We'll see the TP come through, so doesn't want to reveal himself.
Puppy, though, walked under vision of a sentry.
They did, and they have the dust to follow up. Yoku looking towards him. Puppy considering finishing himself to the Ancients here, I would imagine, as there are 3 heroes surrounding him. They punch through.
The
Puppy
dust is wearing off.
It is. Is it going to be enough to save him? Oh, they've got backup sentries, and the Crypt Swarm will clip.
Costly, though. That's a lot of gold and rotations committed. They spent dust and a sentry to get that. And he's only worth 164
I'm
gold.
looking at this big old bear with 7 minutes in. He's already brought the tier 1 down to half health.
Yeah, he got the Dominator before the 5-minute mark, so he's able to steal that wagon.
I mean, this top lane is a massive disaster for Empire. All 3 cores of Secret are very early on getting ahead. Empire have got to find some way to at least even out one of the lanes. They're looking towards Fada, but Fada's level 6 now.
He's doing great bottom. Having this Arcane Rune now, he's able to spam the shields too. 25 last hits. This was the lane that Secret was kind of like, okay, we're going to sack him a little bit, but Fada doing excellent with those movements coming out from the 2 supports. It's always the beauty about having the bear, like we were mentioning. The top looks like mid one deciding to make his first rotation. They want to secure this tower and maybe get some kills out of it. Ghost Stick does not have repel available.
They're looking
They
for
actually get
torrent.
the courier too with the Tidebringer. That had somebody's boots on it, and a couple TPs and clarities. That's a costly death, and now Ghost Stick.
Now looking towards him.
They close the gap.
He's got the purification. The boat coming in on top of the X mark. Ghost Stick without a point of repel. No way to play his way out of that.
It's a 6K advantage at 8 minutes, Owen. Wow.
We are seeing some
think
one-sided games today.
Yeah, I think that was FN's boots as well, as well as some clarity. So he's now running around with just double null on this poor Death Prophet. Very easy for them to catch him.
Here we go. They're going to try for Ace. Boulder Smash lean in. Ace immediately goes for the TP out. They haven't got any way to cancel it. He's gone, and the Bear's going to probably survive as well.
Yep, recalls it away.
Even Carty gets out alive.
Oh my.
Bottom lane, Fada, he's just getting the chance to hit the tower.
We were talking about how Secret looks like they have a greedy draft on paper, but they're making it work exceptionally with all these movements.
Secret just not holding back at all this game. This is them coming up to the LAN, as we've said. You know that the last previous LANs, they normally make it out of the groups, get to the playoffs, and then sort of begin to falter. Already here, you can sort of taste how hungry they are to just get these wins in the bag and not mess around.
They've got the boat follow-up.
Go for the Nightmare. Oh, that's not going to save him. Mid one now on a killing spree. The armlet is pretty much there. In fact, with his tower, he should have it. This 10-minute armlet phase. That is a scary Kunkka, and dare I say, with the armlet at this sort of timing, this is absolutely a game where mid one may just not die.
You saw that glyph. The shield pops. He really wanted to get the last hit with the Tidebringers, but they do glyph and save the creeps for now, but they lose this tower, and mid's also getting pressured as well. Ace is looking to go for that range lone druid build.
Let's see if Empire can find a killing response. They look towards YapzOr, but look, the Nightmare taken off by Ace's Bear, buying YapzOr some time. The Boulder Smash
It's off the mark.
Miss. Yoku, he was shooting and trying to score. I don't know where he was trying to score.
He got it onto the high ground at least, near the Ancients, but yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah.
A big miss.
Must have used the wrong foot.
Very costly rotation, too. They really need to be getting these kills, too, especially if they're going to be bringing the Gyrocopter in the rotations, because he's level 6 on Nyx, and he's their strongest hero at this point because of how dreadful the mid matchup actually went for FN.
Nyx, down bottom. He will pop the cooldown, but the combo comes in, and you know, as we sort of said, once that rum is out upon you,
the rum
you're not dying.
The torrent was off the mark, though. Sable actually survive.
Stroke of luck there for Nyx, getting up. From a misplay from mid one. Puppy, of course, just trying to find that level 6. So, I mean, this is the scary thing. Secret at a 7k lead, and this is before Track's online.
Yeah.
Once Track's online.
I mean, they're starting to claim so many buildings as well. All the tier 1s are taking. Tier 2 bottom is dead as well now. How can Empire just can't respond? They've just been completely destroyed in this laning phase. 9k advantage.
That's a rough one. They've got to look for something, but they've got to get something done in terms of a big team fight with Exorcism and cooldown. But
yeah, they need everything to come into play.
It just feels like you have to disable mid one, or just make sure mid one's not in the fight. If he gets the ult off, you're not killing anyone that's covered in the rum.
Double Dominators built up. Fada as well as Ace.
Perfect. One more creep wave, and he will have that 6.
Empire is grouping up now. They're going to go for this tier 1 siege, but at the same time, look at Secret. They're just responding, taking another tier 2 soon. But they decide to move. Nyx is coming in. He needs to be able to... I mean, they have to get kills with these rotations of the gyro. He's level 7 on this safe lane. Everybody on this... All the cores on the side of Secret are just doing way better than him right now. And the X comes out.
Yeah, they've managed to look towards the Bane. He is on the high ground, then Miposhka will be able to keep himself fine. The flak comes out from Nyx as they start to attempt to push back Secret. Fortification popped as well. The torrent out onto Ghost Stick, trying to run forward, force back this Omni Knight and create the space to take another tower. 12 minutes in, and Secret have managed to claim 2 tier 2 towers from Empire.
Just devastating. Now Nyx, there's not really safe places to be on the map for the side of Empire. They've lost so much map control. This gyro now getting ran down.
This is the track online. So this is where we're going to start to see the big bucks really roll in. I mean, not necessarily in terms of kills, because of obviously how far behind Empire's cores are. That gyro kill only granting mid one 200 gold.
And look at this. The catapult's just scouting out FN too. They're just walking around, keeping it on top of him. They can't kill that catapult. He's like, okay, Omni's here, Death Prophet's here. Look at this.
Maybe if he's quiet, you know, Carty. Ghosty won't know he's there.
How can Empire take fights now at this deficit? It's actually so hard versus this Kunkka boat. And now, Secret just waltzes into the pit. They're just keeping tabs on Empire's heroes as well.
Yep.
Like FN, if he walks into this Secret lineup, he's so squishy. Miposhka now gets X'd up again. The torrent this time, mid one does get it.
Yeah, Miposhka's trying to outplay her with the Nightmare attempts, but yeah, as you say, mid one reads it, just torrents where he's at rather than torrenting at the X mark spot. And with this Roche falling pretty safely with the Bear tanking it, I don't know, Empire can have any sort of a look in on this. With that Roshan going down, the gold will be there for mid one to have a 14-minute Shadow Blade on top of his armlet, if he so wishes to finish off that purchase. And anytime a team gets a Shadow Blade against a team that's already massively behind, it just becomes so much worse. As you're a team that's behind in net worth, but you're now having to invest more and more in detection.
And your heroes are so weak at the moment. Everyone is like, the 2 big cores, the Death Prophet as well as the Gyrocopter, you're seeing at 1k HP. You look at Secret's lineup now at this point, this Kunkka is dealing a ridiculous amount of damage.
Ooh, I mean, Ace, he's 8.5k net worth, he's just got his Maelstrom done.
I mean, they won all 3 lanes. They really did. Pretty heavily.
Oh boy. You got the Maelstrom on Ace, you got the attack range as well now. So he's ready to right-click him.
Hey, look how mid one is. Mid one's going to be hitting for like 300 damage with his cleave when he's got the armlet turned on.
Yeah.
And they're consistently they're just throwing these dominated creeps and just running them through the jungle and constantly seeing where Empire's moving. Just there, they had one of the small satyrs running through. Empire just starts trying to kill it, but then they redominated a new creep, so they don't even get any gold from it. It's fucking scary.
That's something that I'm sort of surprised we don't see sort of more. As you say, just the use of the creeps to just act as sort of vision. There's a patrol command nowadays in Dota, so you just get them moving around a jungle in a route.
Puppy.
And it gives you some very important information.
He's fine. He gets booted down on the low ground, but he doesn't mind. He has teammates near him.
Ghostic and Nyx trying to force some sort of a reaction as they do come across onto this tier 2 top, but Secret, they're already outside the base of Empire.
And they've got Aegis. They could definitely go for this high ground future. They've got the Maelstrom finished on Ace 2. Can Empire stop this? They've got all their ultis available.
Somehow. They cannot afford to lose a Rax at 16 minutes in. Look at that. Southside Tormentor's in, did have the Aphotic Shield upon him. Now look for the Nightmare onto the Abaddon. They want to try and finish off at least the Bear. It's getting pretty low, and they will kill it. Get the 300 gold bounty, but it cost them the life of Ghostic. The boat's coming through. Yoku will get caught out. Mid1 and Puppy right-click him down. He should tick down here to the urn, and he does indeed. Miposhka gets the Fiend's Grip off, but overall Empire, they've lost 2. Miposhka, he'll be chased down by Puppy. They've got the X mark back from Mid1, dragging him in. Cast and Maledict out to FN with the Death Ward as well. Empire, they've lost 3. They'll lose FN as well. Double kill for Yapzor.
I think this game's actually
the track kills rolling in as well with that. There's a 14k lead. Add the Rax on top of that.
And they're just healing everybody up. They've got the Spirit Vessel. They've got tons of sustain. Even this X back to base comes back, heals up a bit as well. And they're not stopping. They didn't lose anybody, and everything was expended by Empire.
And we're at the 1k lead a minute that we rarely ever see get turned around. I don't think there's any question whether this game's got a chance of being turned around with Secret playing as they are and at the speed that they have. This game one. Nyx will come forward. He's got the Repel. He's getting right-click back here by Ace. Get the cooldown out, but where's the follow-up? Yoku's going to try and lead in onto this. Looks to get the stun out, but he himself getting stunned immediately. FN comes into the midst of it all.
Tidebringer.
And Yoku's gone. You're going to have to see Ghostic walk himself back to base. Miposhka gets first hit rooted by the Bear. The Bane's dead as well. The X-Mark combo onto the Gyro. It's got to be over.
It's absolutely over.
As I said, I thought we'd see some one-sided games today. It looks like we had this was just on another level. And with that, GG is called. Secret.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when's the game start, lads?
I mean, everything honestly just went perfect for them there. They get the kills in the mid.
Yeah.
They get the courier when they make the rotation. Mid one's rotation is successful. They take the towers. Like, just everything went right for them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see Empire try something a bit different. And this is always the glory when you have a game that's been this one side. You know that whoever just lost is going to try something crazy next game, and they've got. Empire's got to trust.
Right? You look at this and you're like, oh, Empire's draft. It looks normal. It looks like something we're used to seeing. The Earth Spirit maybe the one that's starting to change a little bit, but Secret's lineup totally different, and mid one's Kunkka again, just absolutely dominant 6-0-6.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, the Rum. You saw the Rum come into favor there toward the end there too. It's like everything is expended by Empire, but they don't do